Okay, awesome. I guess we can get started. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday morning. We are super excited to announce the 2022 Google Solution Challenge, and we can't wait to give you details on how you can get started and registered during this info session. For all those who haven't already, please feel free to introduce yourself in the chat with your year, program, and favorite study spot. I see a lot of IKB responses, and that's definitely one of my favorite study spots as well. Great for final season, really gets you in the groove. So, yeah, awesome. Okay, just to start off, we are gonna watch a short overview video on the Solutions Challenge. It is an annual competition hosted by Google through Google Developer Student Clubs all around the world. And yes, let's proceed to the video now. Awesome. Hopefully that gave you a nice little introduction to what the 2022 Solution Challenge is all about. And the Google Developer Student Club's 2022 Solutions Challenge mission is, of course, to solve one of the UN's 17 Sustainability Development Goals using Google technologies. And so by raising your hands, I would love to see if any of you all here have heard of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And feel free to unmute yourself and let us know what you know about them. Anybody? Okay, that's all right. I can understand that you all might be a little shy. Um, well, we will be, elaborating on the 17 sustainability goals as well, so you can learn a little bit more about those. Essentially, the UN created these in 2015 to improve the safety, security, and welfare of populations all around the globe. And these have been agreed upon by all 193 United Nations member states, and they aim to end poverty, ensure prosperity, as well as protect the planet by 2030. And your project for the Solution Challenge must address one of these 17 sustainability goals. If you would like to learn more about the UN SDGs, here are a couple of informational videos for you to watch in your own time. And now that we've learned a little bit about UN SDGs, let's find out about how Google recommends participants go about identifying sustainable and innovative solutions for your project.
Hi everyone. The mission of this year's Google Developer Student Club Solution Challenge is to solve for one or more of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals using Google technology. Citing the official United Nations website, these goals are the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. They address the global challenges we face, including poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, and justice. During this video, I will show you how you can research these goals and brainstorm ideas for your Solution Challenge project. So starting with the official UN SDG site, the first thing I suggest you do is click on each of the goals and read the challenges each goal faces. For example, Goal 1, no poverty. This page will give you a good primer to the challenges we face on our road to no poverty. And down at the bottom of the page, you can take a look at the facts and figures and the breakdown of targets defined for each goal. There's also an infographic you can check out to get a high-level overview of the current state of things as it relates to the specific goal. Go over the rest of the goals to get familiarized with them and see if any ideas come to mind about solutions you can build using technology. If ideas do arise, write them down to brainstorm further later. Another great site that can really help you generate solution ideas is DIAL, which stands for Digital Impact Alliance. We're going to focus on two tabs, SDGs and the building blocks, but I urge you to look at the other tabs. They're just as useful for your ideation stage. Okay, so let's look at the SDGs tab and take a look at Goal 2, Zero Hunger. This goal has 8 targets, which help you focus on solving a certain aspect of the goal. For example, Target 1, which summarizes as end hunger by ensuring access by all people to good, healthy food all year round. Okay, so immediately ideas start to spark. Maybe you can build a charity app that either accepts donation-safe healthy food or accepts monetary donations dedicated to providing food. Or maybe you can build a volunteering platform that brings people together to help the community at risk. Brainstorm with your team and see what aspects of these problems you are familiar with, or maybe you have access to communities who are dealing with the challenge. Having personal knowledge of a problem will allow you to design solutions which are far more effective and easier to adopt. Now, let's take a look at Goal 10, Reduced Inequalities. Target 1, achieve and sustain income growth for the bottom 40% of the population at a rate higher than the national average. What a well-defined target. Okay, so now you can start brainstorming again on how you can achieve progress through technology here. Maybe you can build an app or a platform that educates people on financial and saving strategies. Or maybe you can help small businesses grow through education apps or e-commerce and marketing apps that are specific to your community. For example, in my community, the elderly struggle with finding online educational content, and I might consider building an elderly-friendly educational platform. This platform can potentially provide the elderly with equal opportunities at learning new skills and at increasing their income. You'll see that going through these web pages will spark many ideas in your mind. Write them down and discuss them with your team. See which idea really strikes a chord with your ability and your belief. You'll be working on this for a while. You want to solve a goal that you are passionate about or that's really close to home. In the next video in the series, I'll be going through a demo case study. I'll pick up an idea and simulate the steps my team and I will take towards a successful demo submission. I hope the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals inspire you to solve for your community in a meaningful way. We can't wait to see all of your demo submissions.
Awesome. So as you can see, there are a variety of global issues that are targeted through the UN SDGs. Whether it be ending poverty or taking climate action, there will definitely be some UN SDG that is relevant to your local community and that has a personal impact on you. So now I would like to request all the participants to quickly scan the QR code on the right and join our Slido poll. Taking inspiration from the video that we just watched on the previous slide, which SDG do you want to address and how? And just as a pointer, do keep your responses brief. And I'll give you all a couple of moments to submit your responses. Awesome. So we have some responses coming in. Climate action seems to be something people want to address, super relevant, especially within Vancouver as well. We're all making a move towards, more sustainable systems. Good health and well-being is super important and pertinent considering the pandemic too. And as we're all students here, I'm sure education is a big one as well. Awesome. Okay, thank you. We've got some super interesting responses, and climate action and good health, as well as education, seem to be the popular ones, and they're definitely extremely pertinent to our local community in Vancouver. It's super nice to see that all of y'all are passionate about these global issues and can already come up with some solutions to target these problems. Yeah, thank you so much for your responses. So now to move on to the perks that participants receive. So the second you register for the 2022 Solutions Challenge, you will have access to a whole bunch of cool benefits from Google, such as live virtual sessions and Q&As, custom code labs, and on completion, of your Solution Challenge project, you will also obtain a Google Developers Digital Profile Badge and an official certificate as well. And if you choose to use Google Cloud for your particular project, you will also receive Google Cloud Platform credits. So, that cost wouldn't have to be borne by you, which is super nice. And for the winners, if you make it to one of the top teams, you will also have the chance to win cash rewards of up to $3,000, customized mentorship from Google, Chromebooks, swag, and so much more. The judging criteria is essentially split into two sections. The first is impact, and the second is technology. It's also helpful to make a note of the fact that impact holds more weight than technology. So, as for impact, you will be judged on how you target your chosen sustainable development goal and how effective your solution is. And there is also a strong emphasis on user testing as well as user feedback. And as for technology, you will be judged on how you have used your chosen Google technology, the completeness of your solution, and your technical decisions. You all can, of course, take a look at the detailed criteria, which is available on the Solution Challenge website, as well as within this PowerPoint presentation, which will be made available to all attendees post this info session. Here's an overview of the 2022 timeline. So all participants must be members of a Google Developer Student Club. And so feel free to scan the first QR code to sign up as a general member for our chapter. And you must sign up through the official Google Developer Student Club event platform, which is separate from our general member Google form. So please make sure that you all do scan this QR code and visit this link to register. Additionally, the second QR code will lead you to the registration form for the Solution Challenge, and the registrations are open now. So, get your applications in as soon as possible. Finally, another important point to note is submissions must be completed by March 31st, along with a demo video. And in subsequent months, the results will be announced as well. And so I guess you have, a couple of months to complete your project, and the judging will take place post March 31st, which is the submission deadline. Now, to just get a better idea of what types of solutions you can build for your project, let's take a look at a short video on an app called Helpier, which was built by a team at U of T for the 2021 Solution Challenge last year.
Hey there! Next up, we have the team from Helpier, an Android app that creates volunteering opportunities in local neighborhoods. The app was designed on Figma and developed using React Native and Cloud Run by James, Janice, Muhammad, and Uluwataleyu from the University of Toronto in Canada. Enjoy!
Our project Help You is a mobile app that encourages neighbors helping neighbors through gamified volunteering. 2020 was a challenging year for everybody, especially for volunteering. People are feeling more isolated and in need of help, but may not have anybody in their neighborhood to turn to. Our goal is to encourage a new social norm of volunteering in people's daily routines in their local neighborhood. Research identified that while over 90% of us want to volunteer, only a quarter of us actually do.
On Help Your login screen, first time the user can sign in from an account, which takes them through a streamlined and engaging onboarding process. With Help Your, instead of volunteering from organizations, people can sign up to volunteer to help people in their local neighborhood with flexible time commitments. We also gamify volunteering and build in our own cryptocurrency called Karma Points to incentivize volunteering among social circles.
On the home screen, users can begin their volunteer task search. By clicking search, the app guides the users through a step-by-step process of finding tasks suited to them based on time, commitment, date, and type of tasks. The user can also see all of the closest tasks based on their criteria and switch between map and list view. The user can also see details about each task, such as distance away, time required, and also karma coins earned. Here, the user is going to choose to help his neighbor pick up groceries. On the task page, the user can see additional details and also learn more about who they're helping before choosing to volunteer. Users can immediately begin their task after clicking volunteer and confirm once their task is also complete. And since trust and community building is important on Help Your, user feedback is encouraged after every task.
If you're a user that wants to request for help, you can request a volunteer. The app takes you through a similar step-by-step process where the user can fill out the details of the request based on location and preview the post before submitting it to the volunteer board. The rewards section allows users to redeem your karma coins and includes a friends leaderboard to incentivize and encourage volunteering in social circles. Here, the user can also redeem the karma coins, our app cryptocurrency, and can select either a gift card or donate to a charity. The system incentivizes volunteering and also establishes partnerships with local organizations, allowing local businesses to get more visibility within their neighborhood. Help Here, at its core, is about neighbors helping neighbors, and with this platform, we can help build community.
Great. So we saw how Help Your basically gamifies and incentivizes volunteering, and solutions such as these are super important and can have a massive impact on the local community. And that is exactly what Google is looking for through, all the participants solution challenge projects. So definitely choose an SDG that you are passionate about and a problem that you feel is super important, and you have enough time and the resources to create something amazing and powerful. And this project was created by a student team at U of T, and you can do it as well.
Hey there.
If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed or you may not know many Google technologies, a good place to start would be the web page hyperlinked, where you can find a bunch of code labs as well as other courses to take a look at. Scan the QR code and you can find all the videos within this presentation, as well as an introduction to design sprints, which we will go over in a little more detail, as well as resources to learn Google technologies, such as the following courses shown within this slide. You can also, see a bunch of other code labs available to you, and hopefully this will help you be more familiar with Google technologies to build your solution challenge project. A great way to come up with your solution based on your chosen SDG is by conducting a design sprint. This is usually completed within a 5-day exercise, and it'll help you design, prototype, as well as test your ideas. Take a look at all the hyperlinked pages on the right to obtain more information on how you can design sprint. Also, these resources are directly from Google, and so they're quite informative as well as extremely helpful. And we would highly recommend that you all follow this process for identifying your solution as well as creating your projects. Now we will go over some common FAQs that might clear up some confusion that people might have. The first question that's usually asked is, can my solution solve a problem outside of the scope of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals? And the answer is no. Your project must solve one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. This was the theme for the solution challenge last year as well, and Google is pretty strict on the fact that they want you to target one of the Sustainable Development Goals. Through the judging criteria that we took a look at earlier, it's also made quite clear that the impact points are quite reliant on your chosen SDG. And so please keep that in mind. Next, can one student or team submit with multiple submissions if they've contributed to both projects? Unfortunately, the limit is one entry per person. So a participant cannot contribute to two separate solution challenge projects. Some people ask, can I still participate in the solutions challenge if there is no developer student club at my university? So if you are a UBC student, you're in luck because GDSC UBC exists. You can make sure that you're signed up as a member with our chapter through the GDSC event page, for which the QR code was placed earlier. But feel free to invite your friends from other schools to come onto this project with you. And as long as there is one person within your team, which is who's a part of GDSC and specifically GDSC UBC, it should all be fine. And there are a couple of other COVID guidelines as well, which you can learn more about by visiting the Solution Challenge link. Finally, here's just a quick slide, which will hopefully give you more inspiration. It's from the 2021 Solution Challenge last year. The demo day goes through various winners as well as other informational videos on the Solution Challenge. So feel free to watch these videos in your own time to get a feel for how things will run and how you can prepare. And now we are super excited to announce that our chapter has begun a new initiative named Community Projects, and we invite all of you all to take part in this. So the Google Developer Student Club at UBC's Community Projects program is an opportunity through which you can work on your 2022 Solution Challenge project supported by our community. We have a bunch of super cool perks and benefits for participants, which will not only help you enhance your own skills and improve your own project, but also meet new people. The benefits we will offer participants of the program are assistance with team building, access to other Google Developer Student Club events, exclusive technical assistance from our tech core team. We will have the option for participants to be able to book sessions, mentorship sessions, as well as technical assistance sessions with our team. Then we will also provide you with a whole bunch of informational resources, videos, code labs that you can take a look at to, maybe learn Google technologies or just in general improve the design of your project. We will also, at the end, feature a couple of projects that do well and have gone through completion on our website and newsletters. And finally, you will also have the opportunity to engage with the community and other participants of this program and make new friends. So feel free to apply at any point, but we do have limited spots. So we would highly recommend that you get in your applications as soon as possible, scan the QR code to do so, or visit the link put on the slide as well. And thank you all for sticking along with this info session. Hopefully you feel as excited and motivated as we are. Now we will host a quick Q&A session for those who have more questions. Even if you don't have questions, stick around and maybe it'll spark some ideas or you'll pick up something from it. So feel free to scan this QR code to join our Slido once again, and you'll be able to ask your questions through the Slido directly. Awesome, good question. How many people are we allowed to have in one group? So you can have anywhere from 1 person to 4 people. However, you cannot have more than 4 people within one group working on a singular project. Should people with beginner level programming skills participate in this? And my answer to that would be absolutely. I think this is a great opportunity for you to not only pick up some new technologies such as Google technologies, but also to explore how you can use technology to create an impact within the local community and work towards just the welfare of demographics. And so I would highly recommend, participating in the solution challenge if you're a beginner, especially because working on projects for the solution challenge is the best way for you to improve on your skills and get experience with building projects. The work one would do, in the workspace within the industry is very similarly related to working on a project yourself, which one, we don't really have the opportunity to do that as much within the classroom, creating like maybe a complete app or platform by yourself. And so it is an absolutely great learning opportunity, and I would highly recommend beginners participate. When is the deadline to form a team? So there really isn't any official deadline. There is an official deadline for submission of your project, but it would be best to form your team as early as possible so that you can get started on working on the project and make most of the time prior to the submission to complete, designing your project, building it, as well as testing it. Could you send a link to the project in the chat again? So this PowerPoint presentation will be sent out to all our attendees today. So you will have access to this as well as to the recording of this session as well post the event. So you all can take a look at those once again. Are we competing internationally or within Canada? You will be competing internationally. There are submissions from all over the globe for the solution challenge. So it's completely international. Can we find a team through the UBC GDSC chapter? Yes, absolutely. So our Discord would be a great place for you to begin. We do have Discord channels through which you can find teams, but I would highly recommend that you sign up for our community projects program, through which we will assist you with team building. Maybe if you're someone who wants to find people with particular skills or particular interests as you, that would be a great place to do so. Also, people who do sign up for community projects are motivated to completing the solution challenge project and are passionate about these problems. And so it would be a great community to be a part of, and an awesome way for you to meet new people as well as find fellow team members. What if we don't have a team but still want to participate? You can definitely participate individually. However, it would always help to have other team members to take a bit of the workload off you. But if you would like to participate individually and create a project by yourself, that's completely fine too. If you do want to find a team, again, definitely sign up for our community projects program, and you can meet a whole bunch of like-minded, passionate people to be able to work on the project with you. Is the community projects program only used for the solution challenge? Yes, unfortunately, right now, we will not be able to offer mentorship and the resources through the community project program for other personal projects. We do want to concentrate on the solution challenge, but I would highly recommend still joining, because the solution challenge will give you some great experience. It also is, addressing one of the UN's sustainable development goals. So it is for a good cause. And regardless of, what the specific project is that you're building, you're going to get some really cool experience and learn some really cool skills. So if you are looking to just improve on your own skills and your looking to learn some new things, the solution challenge is an amazing way to do it through, as well as the additional benefits that you get from Google for being a participant of the solution challenge, such as like Google Clouds credits and the certificates and the code labs will help you in the long term. You'll get access to so many resources from Google that it's definitely worth registering. When is the demo day for this year? The demo day is usually hosted around September. I'm not sure if they've announced exactly when the demo day will be for this year, but it's usually after all the winners have been announced. And since the last set of winners is announced within July, it will be sometime after that, probably August and September. Does everybody have to present their projects? And if so, how long should it be? So the projects on demo day are usually presented by the top teams. However, for your submission, you do require a demo video. And hopefully, if you do make it into one of the top teams, you get to present on demo day. And there are a whole bunch of Google developers, other industry leaders, and important people within the tech space that attend demo day. And so it's a great way for you to network, get to know other people who have an interest in tech, and just learn about how you can use technology to really impact society. Awesome. I think that's about it. If you have any other questions, feel free to add them right now. If not, thank you so much for joining us. You can feel free to message us on our socials or email us as well. And we've added our social links to the chat, so definitely take a look at those. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope this gave you an insight into the solution challenge and how you can get started on your projects. Of course, just to repeat, we will be providing you with a recording of this session as well as the PowerPoint presentation. And we're super excited to see you come out today. And thank you. And we hope you have a great rest of your Saturday.